highlights. Lagos State Deputy Governor urges families to be pillars of peace, uphold roles as protectors of national values. Federal government moves to reduce maternal mortality rate in Nigeria by 20% in 2 years. On the foreign scene, several people die in Austria school shooting. And in sport, Nigeria's representative, Rivers Hoopers, crashes out of Basketball Africa League tournament in South Africa. And now the details. I am Mike James. Lagos State Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat has urged families to be pillars of peace and uphold their roles as protectors of the nation's values. Hamzat made a call at the 2025 Eid al-Adha celebration organized by the Lagos State First Family and the Ministry of Home Affairs with the theme, My Lord, Make This Land Secure. He also advised Lagosians to take proper care of their children, describing them as the future and ambassadors of the state.
He said, "It is not the meat or the blood that gets the Almighty Allah. It is our piety. It is our loyalty to God. It is our obedience and compassion for others. It is very important that we imbibe the spirit in the Kabir, the spirit of obedience to God, loyalty to our nation, ourselves, compassion left over. If we do this, God will be in us, God will guide us."
Earlier in her welcome address, wife of the Deputy Governor, Oluremi Hamzat, noted that the event is more than a celebration, but a reminder to surrender to the will of the Creator and service to communities with purpose.
The theme of this year's celebration, My Lord, Make This Land Secure, echoes a timeless prayers from Prophet Ibrahim, which remains relevant today. In a time when our nation seeks lasting peace and stability, this verse is a reminder of our shared responsibility to foster harmony, uphold justice, and protect one another.
The guest lecturer, who is the head of surgery department at Alimosho General Hospital, Ahmad Said, explained that national security begins with individual actions and not just government policies. Said urged citizens to follow the example of Prophet Ibrahim by embracing unity, discipline, and moral leadership.
Identification of what is wrong in any journey growth in life. One needs to know what is wrong so it can be avoided. One needs to know what is harmful so that precautions can be taken. Next stage in Ibrahim's life, after knowing that the activities of his people, by the way they worship idols, by the way they prostrated for stone, a mountain and wooden element was wrong. The next stage in his development is to seek the truth.
On his part, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Home Affairs, Adewumi Ogunsoya, commended Muslim faithful in the state for their dedication to faith, family, and the collective future of Lagos. Lagos State government has called for the support of procurement professionals in making the state a model not only of trade but also of trust, transparency, and transformation. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu made the call while delivering a keynote address at a symposium organized by the Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply, CIPS Nigeria. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who was represented by the Commissioner for Energy and Mineral Resources, Biodun Ogunleye, described procurement and supply as critical arteries of the supply chain system, and Lagos account for over 60% of Nigeria's industrial and commercial activities. He explained that the state government's goal is to position Lagos as not just Nigeria's economic heartbeat, but as West Africa's most reliable and resilient trade hub, a place where goods move swiftly, policies are coherent, and partnerships thrive. The governor highlighted the state government's strategic investment in smarter logistics, including new infrastructure such as the Lekki Deep Sea Port, aimed at fostering transparency and efficiency in public procurement. On his part, the Director General of the Lagos State Public Procurement Agency, Fatai Onofoute, reiterated the state government's commitment to promoting strategic procurement to attract investors. Also contributing to the discourse, the Global Chief Executive Officer of CIPS, Ben Farrell, noted that the procurement profession is a powerful tool that could assist in ensuring efficiency and cost reduction in the provision of goods and services if due process is followed. The Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) says the rail transport on the Warri-Itakpe corridor is safe and operational. Acting Deputy Director, Public Relations, NRC Callistus Unyimadu stated this while reacting to a widely circulated social media message warning the public to avoid train travel, particularly along Warri-Itakpe rail corridor. Unyimadu noted that the identified incident, which involved the temporary removal of some rail clips at a specific location on the corridor, was promptly detected during routine inspection and was immediately rectified by the NRC maintenance team. He said all necessary safety and operational protocols were swiftly followed to ensure that no threat was posed to passengers or the integrity of the train operations. Uyimada pointed out that the NRC remained committed to the highest standards of safety and security in all its operations, adding that NRC tracks and rolling stock are under constant surveillance and maintenance, and NRC personnel are fully equipped to address any issue that may arise in real time. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government says it remains committed to reducing maternal mortality rate in Nigeria by 20% before 2027. The Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Isiaq Salako, stated this in Enugu State during the presentation of 10,000 professional kits to midwives by the wife of the President, Remi Tinubu. Salako also said the government is relentless in reducing infant or under fives mortality rates by 15%. He said the distribution of professional kits to nurses and midwives was part of the government's efforts to motivate and empower medical professionals leading the fight against maternal and infant mortality in the country. While appreciating the impactful role that midwives are playing in the efforts to deliver on the maternal and child health agenda of the President, Salako said the federal government will continue to support them with the needed tools, welfare packages, and all enablement to perform their duties. The National Orientation Agency, NOA, says it has commenced a sensitization campaign to communities to prevent future occurrence and mitigate impact of flood on residents. Director General of NOA, Lanre Issa Onilu, stated this during a sympathy visit to victims of the recent flood disaster in Mokwa, Niger State. Issa Onilu said NOA is working with other agencies to fumigate affected areas and ensure safety in Mokwa town. He said the agencies had also mobilized its staff to conduct early warning systems in flood-prone areas. According to him, NOA is working with local government authorities to sensitize communities on the flood safety and prevention. Issa Onilu said the agency would continue to educate people on flood dangers and ensure people take necessary precautions. And now to foreign news. Several people have been killed in a shooting at a secondary school in the Austrian city of Graz. Police say students and teachers are believed to be among the casualties after gunshots at the high school. Local media reports that at least 9 people have been killed, but the number of fatalities has not been confirmed by officials yet. Police say an operation is underway and a helicopter has been deployed while the suspected gunman is believed to have killed himself. Over to sports news. Nigeria's sole representative in the ongoing 5th season of the Basketball Africa League, Rivers Hoppers, crashed out of the competition following an underwhelming 104-73 defeat to Rwanda franchise APR in their quarterfinal matchup. The Kingsmen, who were ranked as the 4th best team heading into the competition, had lost their opening seeding fixture 89-81 against the 3rd-seeded US Monastir of Tunisia last weekend and needed to come up with a win against APR to make the semi-finals, but the Port Harcourt-based outfits were outclassed from start to finish. The victory sees APR progress into the semi-finals as they took to claim the continental crown of the tournament ongoing at the Sunbet Arena in Pretoria, South Africa. That was our news at noon. Just before we go, always slow down at road junctions, intersections and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs. That's live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. And you can visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, 814 children benefited from vocational training, reformation, behavioral modification, psychosocial therapy, reintegration, empowerment and scholarships to higher institutions of learning, both local and international? Well, you can get details on the Lagos State Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat has urged families to be pillars of peace and uphold their roles as protectors of the nation's values. The federal government has restated its commitment to reducing maternal mortality rate in Nigeria by 20% before 2027. We also told you that several people have been killed in a shooting at a secondary school in the Austrian city of Graz. And in sports, Nigeria's sole representative in the ongoing 5th season of the Basketball Africa League, Rivers Hoppers, crashed out of the competition following an underwhelming 104-73 defeat to Rwandan franchise APR in their quarterfinal matchup. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast, compiled by Abiola Fagbalagun. Thank you, Lagos, for listening. My name is Mike James. Beautiful afternoon to you.